Welcome back, sports fans. In this segment, I'm going to discuss a few articles I've been looking at involving and suggesting that Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn both be fired and who the replacements could be. While I'm not going to get into the replacements as they still have their jobs, and I think that would be unfair to them, I think it's noteworthy to mention that the Matt Patricia firing article started right before their win against the Cardinals. And considering that Matt Patricia has been the head coach for not even 3 years yet, I think it's a little premature to start talking about his firing. Besides that, when you look at the fact that Bob Quinn has traded people such as Darius Slade Jr. and Quandre Diggs especially, which has greatly weakened the Lions secondary and compromised their chances to win, if anybody ought to go, I think it would be more so Bob Quinn than Matt Patricia. I'm not saying that Matt Patricia has been perfect in what he's done, but week in and week out, I believe he's gotten the team ready to play. The fact that they have younger players who are either too young to be able to win or don't have the knowledge or whatever the case is, and I don't believe they don't have the knowledge, but if they're too young to win, I think injuries have been a major factor in this as well. I mean, it certainly set back Jeff Okudah this year, but the Lions have had injury problems every year for many, many years, since long before Matt Patricia was ever a coordinator in the NFL, I'm sure. But just looking at the team week in and week out, I feel like they've been competitive for the most part. And for the vast majority of the games, if you look at it, I would say 80% of them they've lost by a touchdown or less, or at least 10 points or less. So to start sounding alarm bells about both Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn being fired, especially since the Lions now have a shift in ownership, it just seems absurd and a bit premature at this stage. In the next segment, I'm going to talk about coronavirus throughout the rest of the NFL, and I'm going to talk about how it may impact the Lions going forward. Stay tuned to the Detroit Lions tomorrow on Ed's Sports Channel.